On the 1st of December, me and my girlfriend Carla went to Tromso in the very north of Norway, so this is my video diary of our trip. We flew to Torp Airport in Oslo, which is in Norway's capital, and we stayed the night there before getting up early and taking the train to the airport and flying to Tromso. The place was a beautiful snow-covered wonderland, made Christmassy by being covered in decorations and lights. We were there during the time of the polar nights, which meant the sun neither rise nor set, so by 2 p.m. it was pitch black. On the first night we were given thermal suits, hats, mittens and shoes. Then we headed west towards Finland to hopefully see Aurora Borealis, the northern lights. The further inland we got, the colder it got, finally reaching minus 14 degrees. We set up a campfire and kept an eye on the night sky. At first all we could see was what looked like a white cloud making a line across the sky, nothing very exciting. But not long after, the sky was filled with a swirling green ghostly glow. Unfortunately my video camera struggled to pick it up, but here's some still images of what we saw. The northern lights is made up of the centre of the sun being compressed and giving off helium. The helium mixes with hydrogen in the Earth's atmosphere and appears green through the ozone layer. Its swirling movements are caused by solar wind constantly moving the electrically charged atoms. We were there for quite a few hours, ate a sort of reindeer pot noodle and then headed off home again. The next day we got a cable car to the top of the mountain which Tromso lies on the foot of, Mount Fellheisen. At the top was a cabin which could get great views of right across Tromso and into the distance. Lying behind it though was a snowy wilderness, so we headed out for a long walk through the snow, which started shallow, then got deeper, and then got deep. Footprints of snow foxes were scattered around the floor, and other occasional signs of life could be found as well. Once back down we visited the famous Arctic Cathedral, which although stunning on the outside was quite dull on the inside. Never mind. We visited some Christmas markets, then headed out for a few drinks. Because Norway's not in the EU and a wealthy country due to finding oil in the 60s, they can afford to pay big wages and tax the hell out of beer. $8.50 a pint was the cheapest one we found, £10.50 was the most expensive. No such thing as a Wetherspoons here. The next day we got up early, got given our thermal gear again and got shuffled into a van to a small nearby town where we got on a boat and got taken out whale spotting. The body of water we were on was called Kalfjord, which means cold ford. Even the Norwegians thought this was cold. We spent 15 minutes going out in the boat looking for whales before a few orcas made themselves known. Before we knew it they were everywhere, although hard to film as they pop up and disappear just as quick with no signs of where. We must have seen 50 orcas in the few hours we were out, but then the shyer and more elusive humpback suddenly came out of nowhere. They were absolutely huge, being 13 meters long and weighing 30,000 kg on average. I got a rare shot of an orca and a humpback sharing their space, but that didn't last long as most creatures tend to avoid killer whales like orcas, despite humpbacks being several times their size. Norway was an amazing experience, but no trip is complete without getting a tattoo to remember it by. Me and Carla both got a circle on our ankles the size of a 1 krona coin, and to represent our first trip to the Arctic Circle. We headed back to Torp Airport and made our way reluctantly back to Manchester and back to real life.